Hello world, welcome to a new video of Bildev Tours channel. This is the first video after so much time, and if you don't know me well, I introduce myself first of all. I'm Luis Velázquez Pazmiño. I am the manager of Bildev Tours, which is a tour operator located in Ecuador. And in this channel we talk about nature, culture of Ecuador. Sometimes we talk about events, but always for you to be able to understand culture. So if you are interested in Ecuador, then this is the right channel. We also assist with other types of processes, so you may check out our other videos. If you're interested in Ecuador again, like maybe just coming to visit, but maybe to settle down in Ecuador, then this is your channel. Don't forget to subscribe, because there will be content that will be of interest to you, certainly. As I said, this is the first video in a long time. But why? Why have I been so absent? Why Bildev Tours hasn't posted any video in such a long time? Well, I haven't been absent really. Bildev Tours hasn't been absent. Bildev Tours has been busy working, but just not posting videos. You can follow our other social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and you will see that we have posted content regularly. We have been doing things, we have been busy, but just not the right way on social media. And this is the first video in a long time, and it's the first video of 2024 that you will see here, and the only one, because I'm recording this on December 31st. This is to close the year, and I'm going to explain in this video a few things of the traditions of New Year, but also explaining you some things that have happened. I am in El Vado, which is one of the main squares in the historic district. This is a monument of a traditional game called palo encebado, or greased trunk. Kids or people in neighborhoods in the past, but in the rural area that still happens, they have a trunk with grease, a lot of grease, and in the upper part they put stuff that people can simply get, and if they get up there and they can get something, that's theirs. But at the beginning people will only clean the grease trunk because it's just grease. Well, the Vado has a very interesting view. That there is the mountains of National Park Cajas. That way you go to Guayaquil. Down there you have the Tomebamba River, which many people knew in the country lately, because this year we've been through so many things, and that's also why I'm making this video. I have been busy in many things. I haven't been working only in tourism, but other things as well. If you have seen my other videos in my other channel, you will see that I have been in Cuenca all the time. I have been active, but Bildev Tours channel hasn't. Tourism this year has been very low, extremely low. It's been the worst year after pandemic, and perhaps the second worst year in decades after pandemic, because this year, at the beginning of the year, we had the declaration of internal armed conflict by the new government. This new government is actually a government that is finishing the term of the prior government that quit after calling to new elections, because the constitution orders so, after he had dissolved the Congress, the National Assembly. And we will have elections in 2 months. But this new government, or this in 1 year, many things happened. They called to this internal armed conflict. There was a TV station raid, an attack of an armed gang, and that was news all around the world. So I talked about this type of things in my other channel called Luis of Ecuador. So if you're interested in news, in politics of Ecuador, in that other types of things that go beyond nature and culture, then subscribe to that channel to have more information. Well, but talking about tourism in Ecuador, that thing, the internal armed conflict declaration, just caused a lot of cancellations, people not coming. People who wanted to live in Ecuador, they simply stopped with the idea and they said, okay, forget about it. Others say, let's see what happens during this new government. Others came, of course, I was working in that as well, but it was much less than last year. After that, we had the elections for consultation. This was a consultation to ask different things to the Ecuadorian people, but one of the most important things was like, do you agree that the army supports the police on the streets, basically? And people voted yes. So now you have the army on the streets in many places, but the army is not ready for that. So some bad things have happened. Again, that's not for talking in this video. And the thing is, yeah, some things have improved in terms of security, but others have just gotten worse in terms of security as well. I will make a video about that apart, because security is a topic for a whole video. This video is just to summarize why I haven't made videos and what the situation in Ecuador is at this moment. Very briefly, okay? Security, another video. So please subscribe to this video and let me know in the comments that you are interested in that type of video as well, okay? This is one of the best views in Cuenca because you have the Tomebamba River, the mountains, National Park, San Roque neighborhood, the campus of the University of Cuenca, tourist viewpoints on the other side. And well, as I'm walking here, I want to show you how beautiful the city is as well. Every December 31st, the neighborhoods of Cuenca organize to participate in the contest of Monigotes. Monigotes are giant dolls, and they create like performances, stages, where the dolls represent an important event or something that was very relevant to the country. I won't be able to show you a lot of these, but just let me show you a little bit. That's of course our beloved president. And they're representing here the Ecuadorian politicians. They look the same. By 6 p.m. all of this will be full with people taking pictures, eating, and it's a nice activity that every December 31st you will see. It's still early, so they're still finishing. They mock all types of public things, events. This, for example, is window for the state processes. This is talking about bureaucracy. Normal processes, normal procedures. You have to write one letter to the boss, one memo, to certify copies, affidavit of not owning anything to the tax office, 12 pictures, passport size, notarized title of ownership, and come back in 6 months. But you have also the window for quick processes. Blank sheet, $500 of course, 2 guinea pigs. Remember, that's a nice meal here, an expensive one or for very special occasions, and tomorrow it will be ready. Yeah, that's sounds more or less like reality. If you wonder, well, this woman, which was like the head of the social security in Cuenca, she had hired like lots of her relatives were in the payroll. Yes, there's a lot of corruption in the country, but let me know a country, at least in this side of the world, we're talking about West, the Americas, where there's not a lot of corruption. I was mentioning that we had the Internal Armed Conflict Declaration. That's still in force, and there is state of emergency in some provinces, not in all of the country. If you wonder about Cuenca, well, Cuenca is safe in the general average of the Americas, and in Ecuador it is super safe if you compare to other regions of the country. You just have to have basic caution measures, but it's safe. That's the transit police. Because it just gets the traffic jam there, because one car stops for 10 seconds is terrible. So that is totally forbidden. Here in Cuenca we had a nice Christmas holiday. And the New Year's Eve. And for the New Year's Eve we're getting ready, and things are quite calm here. Well, I was talking about the internal armed conflict that reduced the tourism activity by a lot because people were not coming. There can't be any tourism without tourists. I had people coming and they told me that the planes were coming empty, less than half of it full. So personally speaking, I had to quit doing many things. I mean, I prepared some tours and I wanted people to come, but it was difficult to sell. People were scared and I cannot blame them. Nothing happened, we enjoyed. I made videos about that, but since I've been doing so many things myself, I haven't been able to edit. I really cannot find anyone yet with whom I can match to edit those videos. After all of this, in summer, or what would be summer in the north, for us that's also vacation season, and we were expecting a lot of people. Some people came, things started to seem better, but what happened? The power outages, maybe you heard about them. There was a week in which we had outages of up to 14 hours a day. If you don't know Cuenca, well, I'm in the Square San Francisco, but these stages are all over the city, especially here in the History District. When you come by 5-6 p.m. they will be ready, and there will be music, there will be show, and that's also good, like, to learn about the situation in the country. This is our Christmas tree in Cuenca, here in the San Francisco Square. It's the largest one, and well, I was talking about the outages. Many people were criticizing this tree because of the lights it has. It has lots of LEDs. The thing is that the municipality invested in solar energy to power this up. So this is illuminated with solar power. Also from this square you have one of the best views. Also from this square you have one of the best views of the cathedral. These guys are part of the organizing group for all of this, but there are like about 27 stages that are organizing this. The neighborhoods, they organize to create one stage and a different topic. Like the topic here is about this Ecuadorian social security scandal. The other stage was about politicians of all the time, but you have all types of things. I'm sure, because that always happens, there must be a stage about insecurity, there must be another stage about president scandals, because there were many scandals about this president in only 1 year. Again, in 2 months we'll go to elections. There will be most likely a runoff election. But again, the channel for talking about that is Luis of Ecuador, not this. Well, I didn't make videos because I was in so many things, but I've been working in tourism, in relocation for people who want to come here, in visas, and answering questions. Like, if you want to come here, if you have any questions, you can write us. You can send us an email to info@bildevtours.com, contact us through any of our social media. We also have WhatsApp. And now, next week in January, we will have the first video, which is about the visa update, with information about what to do, or what the different types of visas to live in Ecuador are. So if you're interested, just subscribe to the channel. You can also send us an email if you don't have time for a video, or if you want to know concrete things, very specific things, and we'll be glad to answer. Ecuador is a country where you can come to tour. And some people may say, but you say that because you're a tour operator. Yes, but it's not only what I say, it's also what you can read on the travel advisories from the different governments, US, Canada, UK. Not all of the country is safe, and not even all of tourist places are safe. For example, in Cuenca, I can record with a camera in hand. There are many people living here, and you don't have to believe that from me. You can also check out Facebook groups. That's like the main source I would recommend. Groups like Cuenca Expats, Ecuador Expats, Cuenca Thriving. There are many groups that you can go and ask for information from the locals. There will be locals that say, you know, don't come now. There will be others that say, you know, come, but be ready to this. So do your own research. Also, I would recommend to people who want to come down here and that haven't come in many years or that haven't come ever, to come again, but in an exploratory trip for 1 month at least, so that you see the situation by yourself and see if this is for you or not. I didn't explain it, but for New Year's Eve we have a tradition which is the Años Viejos, or old years. These are dolls, the Monigotes, that represent different things, and it could be politicians, it could be just cartoons, and we burn them to burn the bad things of the old year. That's a tradition that is to burn the bad things of the old year and welcome the new year. The character that you buy, the doll, the Monigote, doesn't necessarily mean that you hate that thing, because it could be a cartoon that you like just for fun. But yeah, some people buy a cartoon of a politician because they really want to feel like they are burning this character. This is the Parque Calderón, the main cathedral of Cuenca, and the main square. Well, something else that happened is and with the outages, even less people wanted to come, because imagine, the digital nomads, they need electricity. They could solve with a UPS or other things, but I mean, people don't like uncertainty or having to invest more than what they expected to, spending more money. I mean, there was a lot of uncertainty. Now we're not having outages anymore because we got the rainy season again. So it's raining again, really hard. I think you could see a little bit of the river Tomebamba. And we don't know for next year if they'll be ready, because we depend on promises made by the politicians. We should not have power outages again, but I cannot guarantee this. There will be stronger droughts, that's what the forecasts say for the next years, but we should be ready, because the rest of countries in South America, none of them have outages. Maybe some in Venezuela, but that's a different situation. So we should be able to be sustainable through other means. If you want to know more about that, what happens, then you can go to my other channel. Well, I already told you I haven't been making videos. I just show you around the New Year's Eve ambience, and this will be by 6 p.m. there will be more people. Also, there will be a show here by 11 p.m. for the countdown. There will be the fireworks and all of that. I won't be here. I will be in family. My plan is more chill, for more relaxed at home. But if you plan to come to Cuenca on New Year's Eve next year, then you know that there are always plans here. Will Bildev Tours keep working? Yes, we will keep working. Will there be any new videos? Yes, there will be new videos, starting with the visa update for 2025 and some changes about regulations for tourists that you have to take into account if you are a snowbird or you are a person that comes every now and then, or have come before and then are coming back only with a passport without any visa yet, because there are very important things you have to take into account. If the video is ready, then you will find it in the description, or you can click here. And remember, any questions that you have, or if you need assistance with planning a trip to Ecuador tour or to relocate, you can send us an email to info@bildevtours.com. Remember that we also have an exploratory tour that is not aimed to tourists, like the average tourist. It is aimed to people who want or may, that are thinking about relocating to Ecuador. So this is something where we explore the town. We go to different sectors that are not tourist, and we talk about different things like cost of life, immigration paperwork, security, insecurity, different things. So if you are coming and you are interested in that service, just let us know. Fireworks are starting to sound. Holiday is almost over, but we will have a long holiday because the government decided to declare a long holiday until Friday the 3rd. I really wanted to greet you, to say hello, and to wish you a happy new year. To thank you to the ones who are still here, who are watching this video after more than 1 year, that are following this channel. And I wanted to tell you that there will be more content. But for the moment, that would be everything. I think I have showed you a little bit of the ambience. I got nothing left to say for the moment. Just thank you, and Happy New Year to all of you. My best wishes to you. Feliz y próspero Año Nuevo 2025. Have a great and happy New Year 2025. See you next year.